Hi, my name is Balogun and this is my channel. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who have actually subscribed to this channel and have decided to join this community. I want to tell you, you'll never regret it that you're here today. And it is because of you that we are here to bring out, great success stories and great success techniques and tips that will actually shift us to the next level in life. Because we all know that without goals and the passion to fulfill them, we are just living our life without any focus. So I want to say a very big thank you once again for joining the community. And today we're going to be talking about a complete guide for goal setting. I'll be right back. In the beginning of the year, everybody is dreaming of achieving something significant in their life. They have this rush of they want to achieve something beautiful. There is this thing that is making them feel like, wow, I can make something meaningful out of my life. But listen, if wishes were horses, even beggars will ride. Your wish will remain just an ordinary wish if you do not do something significant about it. Which is why I'm going to be showing you some secrets on how you can actually set your goals and actually achieve them. A research was shown about 100% of people why a lot of people are more successful than the others. And it was discovered that 3% of the people actually know where they are going, know their goals, and they have written them down. While 10% of the people, they actually know where they are going, but they didn't write it down. It was in their head. Now, the rest 87% of the people did not even write their goals down, nor do they even have anything in their head. They just believe that one day doors of heaven is going to be opened unto them and they are going to be successful. And at the end of the research, it was discovered that the 3% of the people that actually wrote down their goals, that know where they are going and have written them down, have achieved over in the next 10 years more 10 times better than what they even plan on being bargained for. Why the 10% of the people that have their goals in their head, they were actually able to achieve, but not as more significant, not as more rewarding than those who have written down their goals. Why the 7% of the people that did not even write down their goals or don't even know where they are going and allow life to be detected for them, they were people that were discovered to see that they were just at the same level at the app when they left 10 years ago. Now, there were not really a big or significant change in their life. Which brings me to this goal setting formula, which is called SMARTER. Alright? Now, in the beginning of the word SMARTER, you will discover that it begins with an X, which means that your goals have to be specific. What do I mean by this? You have to be specific about what you want to achieve and why you want to achieve them. You must understand how important this thing is to you, and they have to be realistic. They have to be specific. For instance, you want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? Be specific. For instance, you want to read a novel. What kind of novel would you like to read? Be specific. For instance, you want to buy a car. What kind of a car do you want to buy? Be specific. So now, you want to build a house. What type of house do you want to build? Be specific. So when I say be specific, this is what I mean by you being specific. Number 2 is let your goals be measurable. Let your goals be measurable. For instance, I am going to build my house, right? Let's say a bungalow. From what time to what time would that house be accomplished? Do you set goals for that thing? I want to buy a car. Let's say, for instance, in the next 5 years. Let it be measurable. I want to achieve this thing in the next 5 years, and you follow strictly to it. So if you want your goals to be actualized this year, you have to be what? Let that goals be measurable. Now, the next one is A, which is action. Now, There is no goal that can actually be actualized without definite action, without somebody putting his or her hands to work. Like I always say, if you do not do anything about your life, nobody else will. Your life will still remain the way it was 5, 3, 10 years ago. So, but when you put your goals into action, when you put your plan into action strategically, then you begin to move forward. So I want to build a house. What am I doing that can actually bring that house into a realization? I want to buy a car. What are the steps that I'm taking that will bring me closer to me getting to buy a car? So establish a plan of action for your goals so that you can actually fulfill them. The next one is R, which means, is your goal realistic? Is it relevant? You know, some people just want to say, I want to travel to the moon. Yes, they are beautiful goals, but like I always say, no matter how big your goals is, let it be realistic. It is something that is, something that is attainable, something that you can achieve. I always advise people to go for a smaller particles. For instance, you want to build a house. You will need a land to build a house. You will need sand, you will need cement, you will need laborers, you will need a lot of things to be put into place, even the material resources that you're going to be using for that house to come into actualization. So let's say the dream is for you to build a house, and you have the kind of house that you want to build. Now break that goals into smaller particles. So when you break them goals into smaller particles, you begin to, achieve them one after the other. For instance, you got a land space, and after that one is out of the budget, you go to another one, which is another phase. All right? You try all possible best to get the blocks down. You start getting them little by little. Now, when you begin to break your goal into smaller particles, before you can even realize it, you have gone so far than what you even imagined. But if you want to swallow it up, you want to get a house first, and you don't have the capacity to get the house at once, and you're waiting that until I get this thing right, until I get every resources in place, that is when I'm going to move or to get the house. You may not be able to get that money in bulk. You will not be able to get the whole resources at once. You will not be able to get that thing that you want, at once. But when you begin to write them down and you begin to take those goals in smaller particles, little by little, before you know it, you have actually built a house. So let your goals, let them be what? Realistic. Let it be something that you can attain. Let it be something that is relevant to you. Let it be something that you can actually, that can wake you up in the morning and also motivate you to do more. So stop waiting for everything to be complete before you can actually take action. All right? Break your goals down into smaller particles and let them be realistic. All right? The next letter there is T, which is time abound. Set a deadline to which you want to achieve that goal. So you need to make sure that your goal is time bounded. All right, time bounded. This is what I want to achieve in the next 5-10 years, or in the next 3 years, and you're doing everything that it takes to be able to achieve that goals. All right, when you do that, you move closer to your goal. When you do that, it is now easy for you to achieve your goal because you'll be motivated. You have a deadline that you want to achieve that goal. What that does to you is that it gives you the motivation to be able to do your best to achieve it. It brings about great ideas. It opens your eyes to opportunities that you never see existed before. It begins to, let you realize the materials ahead and how you can actually make use of them to achieve that goal. So let your goals be time bounded. If your goals are time bounded, it is easier for you to achieve your goal. If your goals are time bounded, it is easier for you to overcome obstacles because you can now be able to foresee them beforehand and also strategize on what you need to do to achieve those goals. All right? So, my friends, let your goals be time bounded. Now, the next one I want to talk about right now is the letter E after T, which is E, and that means evaluation. You know, a lot of people at the beginning of the year just wrote down what they want to achieve this year, and they never go back to it again. They never even monitor the progress. They never even take the time to ask themselves some serious questions to know if they are moving closer to their goals per time. There's a saying that goes that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Period. It's as simple as it sounds. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So take time to evaluate your goals. Take time to plan. All right? Take time to plan. You know, it is beautiful for you to have that idea, to conceive that idea. But if you don't take time to plan while you are taking action, to see if you are doing the right thing, to see if you are on the right path, to see if you are, moving closer to that deadline, you may end up taking much longer time than you expected. All right, and you may even end up, meeting some unforeseen situation that will now take you backward from where you once started. All right, so take time to evaluate your goals. Take time to foresee dangers and to know the right strategy that you need to overcome them. Take time to see if you're on the right track and if you are making adequate and progressive progress. Take time to see if you are making adequate progress and if you are all moving on the other way around. What evaluation does is that it opens your eyes to a lot of things. You begin to see, okay, these are the challenges, these are the what I need to do to succeed. So take time to do what? To evaluate your goals. And I promise you, if you do this, you'll be very happy. This is why a lot of goals fails. This is why a lot of people from the beginning of the year plan a lot of things and they wonder why their goals are failing. And they wonder why their goals are not being achieved because they never took time to evaluate their goals, to monitor their progress. And the last but not the least, which is R. And the R here stands for reward. All right? R here stands for what? Reward. If you follow all this strategy, simultaneously, and you do them, all right? What you are going to be achieving is that dream, is that house, is that that building, is that woman you want to marry, is that project you want to fulfill. All right, and that is your reward. So hear me. Let your goals be specific. Let your goals be measurable. Take action to make that goals a reality. Let your goals be realistic. All right, let your goals be time bounded. All right, time bounded. Be sure this is a time. Give that goals a deadline to be able to achieve it, so they don't take forever. And the other one, number 6, which is evaluation. Take time to evaluate your goals. And the last, which is your R, which means reward. So take time to do what? To evaluate your goals. When you do this, your reward is just at your doorstep. If you have found this video helpful, I want to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Alright, I will see you in my next video where I'll be bringing to you 3 factors why goals fail. God bless you.